One of the big selling points for Star Wars Episode 9 is that it will have a lot of tie-ins to both the original trilogy and of course the prequel trilogy by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are very intrigued about when it comes to this movie is exactly how J.J. Abrams will tie the film into the prequel trilogy era. Now, we do know that this film is going through a lot of work right now during the final weeks of principal photography for Episode 9 as we get closer to the very end of filming for Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, one of the set designs are actually described to be the base of the actual Darth Vader castle/fortress of the one seen on Mustafar in Rogue One, a Star Wars story that Kylo Ren/Adam Driver had an actual scene actually acting for on set. So that brings up a lot of questions here. Are we actually going to the planet of Mustafar in Star Wars Episode 9? Or is this going to be a part of a dream sequence and or vision sequence for the character of Kylo Ren? Again, like I say, only the base of the actual castle, the entrance part, the part that we saw in Rogue One, in which the servant of Darth Vader is walking through. That was actually recreated for Star Wars Episode 9 by J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio, and crew, the set designers, you name it, in order to recreate Darth Vader's fortress, at least a part of it. Now, could this have something to do with one of the major revelations coming our way involving Kylo Ren and or Darth Vader in this movie? Now, like I said, we do know that this movie is going to be all about the Skywalkers. It's going to focus on Anakin, Vader, Luke, Ben Solo, and anybody affiliated with that bloodline as having a lot of revelations in this movie, as well as the character of Rey. So, not only do I believe that this is a great way in order to really connect it to the prequel trilogy, but it's also a great way to bring in nostalgia as long as it's done right. Like I always say, when it comes to bringing in a lot of nostalgia and fan service, it's all about applying it in a very unique way where it can resonate with fans. It has to have a lot of meaning, purpose, and substance to it in order for it to truly work. So if we look at what J.J. Abrams has been doing with this movie, it's going to have a lot of connections to either, Revenge of the Sith, or The Phantom Menace, or Attack of the Clones, whatever have you from the prequels and even the original trilogy. So we also know that they planned on filming over in Mount Etna. Now, Mount Etna was the location for Mustafar in Revenge of the Sith for some of the shots that they used in the battle between both Anakin and Obi-Wan. So the fact that they actually had a large interest in shooting there for Episode 9, I think is yet another hint and dead giveaway that this is indeed going to be Kylo Ren going to the planet of Mustafar. But like I say, them rebuilding the set of the bottom portion of Darth Vader's castle could either serve also as a dream sequence or a vision sequence. So there's still a possibility that we are not going back to the planet of Mustafar for all we know. Even though I think that, visually speaking, it would really work for Kylo and the Knights to go over to Darth Vader's castle and kind of go in there and explore of what the legacy of this character really is like and what he left behind in there and what kind of stuff they could truly recover from Darth Vader's fortress and what lies in that Sith cave below the actual castle. I mean, there's a lot to be told when it comes to Darth Vader, right? Of course, when it comes to other aspects of his life that can be used as a way to make the character loom in the background of Episode 9. So moving on forward from all of this, we do know that there will be a lot of connections being made between both Kylo and Vader by JJ. A lot of parallels here and there, as well as a lot of dream and vision sequences in this movie, which I can totally understand a lot of people are not really all for flashbacks, dreams, and visions and stuff like that. But it's also JJ's way of incorporating a lot of Jedi and Sith lore into this story that will truly make casual fans learn more about, artifacts and relics that once belonged to the Sith and the Jedi that will be a part of Episode 9. So this whole entire sequence, this whole entire set design that was recreated that Adam Driver actually had a part in filming with is, of course, the bottom portion of Darth Vader's castle. However, not the top piece, of course. That's too tall to actually create in an actual set. That'll probably be replaced with CGI. Now, what do I actually believe is happening here? I believe that this could either be a vision of, Kylo Ren going through Mustafar or something like that after touching, you know, the broken pieces of Darth Vader's lightsaber, because we do know that Kylo actually owns pieces of the Darth Vader lightsaber itself, because it's actually split into 3 different parts. And not only that, we also know that J.J. Abrams wants to connect this film to the prequel trilogy for a lot of the hardcore fans. And what better way to do this than, of course, incorporating Mustafar into the movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to morning.